Hello, I am Brianna. Welcome to my life on paper. I am so glad you are here. Today is the first of the month, so I have a layout for Stick It Down Design Team. Today's layout is by Bethany. That is the two-page layout sketch. I grabbed these photos of myself and my husband. We went to the Green Bay Packer Hall of Fame induction last summer, and we were super lucky to be there. We were at table number one. I was so excited to be table number one. I had to take a picture of it. I have a picture of my dinner, and then this is I believe they call it the atrium. Yeah, atrium, it says right on there, where we had our dinner and the presentation. So what I did was I developed an 8 by 10, right? Or 8.5 by 11? 8 by 10 photo at Walgreens. And then I'm trimming down that larger photo. Now, on Bethany's sketch, uh, her photos are probably smaller, but I didn't want to make the photos on the right smaller than 4 by 4. So that meant kind of in proportion, the photo on top was going to be a little bit bigger. So it's 4 inches high, and across it is, gosh, um, it's more than 8 because I wanted room for uh the photo part in the middle. So it is probably 8.5 or 9. And so then I do trim down all the other photos to 4 by 4. That was the picture out our hotel room. And I chose this background paper, this lovely, I don't know what color it is. Is it blue lilac? It's kind of ooh, I think there's a word for that. How about periwinkle? I had to Google it. Okay, so I'm going to corner around the photos. I corner around the photos on the right-hand side. I'm not sure if I do on the left-hand side. I don't think I do because in the sketch it wasn't. So I was kind of following along. You can see I have that kind of tickety looking thing on the left-hand side. I went stash diving. These are sports stickers from a very long time ago. You can see I only have parts of the sticker sheet left. There was not a year on here, but it says touchdown there. And then I've got 7 points. Just, I used football things. We did not watch a football game, but it was at the stadium there. So I've got one that says offense. I don't use all of these, but I did kind of cut them apart just in anticipation of needing to use some. I did not use any type of Polaroid picture, but I have these were actually cutouts from a paper pad, and I layered these. They could be anything, they could be journaling bits or what have you, but I layered them behind the photo. I didn't want them to look like they were one continuous uh, kind of frame for the photo on the left because I was afraid I wouldn't get it exactly and it would look, just sloppy. So instead, I really made it obvious that they're not the same one, they're kind of overlapped. I have Nicole Jones 911 printables that I have as far as the film strips here. So I thought, oh, I'll get those on there. And then I do back the touchdown. That's going to be my title. And I back that with another one of the cutouts. You can see under the layout there that I have lots of options as far as embellishments. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use. I had a whole bunch of stars down there, but I can't even tell you why. Maybe because I just had a good um variation of colors. Just went with the stars first. And I think maybe because I pulled the stars out, thought, "Oh, I'll pull out the stars, see how that look." I mean, sorry, the hearts. I pull out the hearts to see how that looks, and then I'm going to pull out the stars to see how that looks, and I just liked how the stars went. The hearts went. I liked how the hearts went. So I went with it. In the sketch, there's nothing on the bottom there where that touchdown sticker is going, but I just knew I really wanted to use that, so I'm leaving that there. Um, you can see the tag in the right upper corner of the left page. Um, that is from Ellie Studio. It's got a couple labels there as well as the tag, and I'm gonna get to use all of those. Bethany does not have a spot for journaling, but I knew I wanted some space for journaling. So okay, so I've got the blue or no, the periwinkle of my dress, and then I thought I'd grab a green that would go with the embellishments as well as kind of the look of the Lambeau Field atrium over there. So I was happy with this green, and then I still get that bright green in there as well. That circular sticker on the tag is a planner sticker. I'm trying to use those up. And then I'm just getting things kind of arranged where I want them and kind of ruling things out. But I think most of what I've got on this page now really goes down on the layout. That there's a kind of a pennant or banner that's on top of the title of the touchdown there. That does not come on here. So I do arrange those the green pieces behind. Like I said, I kind of do them cattywampus. I don't want them exactly because I want them to look like they're not perfect. Like I did that on purpose, so I'm working on that. I will use my ATG adhesive to get that stuck down. I will have the Stick It Down Facebook group linked below, and then I will also have the Instagram page linked below. And there are sketches for a 2-page layout, this one, and then a 1-page layout sketch, and then a card sketch. And they all go into the album on the Facebook group. And if you can put your take on the sketches into the album, and then you can have the chance to be selected as a guest designer for next month. So I encourage you to do that. It's always fun to use the sketch and play along and see what other people are doing with the sketch. Now that I have like mostly everything figured out, kind of where it's going, I haven't glued down the background yet, so I'm going to start with that, and then I'll start gluing down all the rest of the pieces. I did have, you can see in the left lower corner there, I did have football stickers picked out, and just, once I found those hearts, I never really gave the footballs another thought, which is really odd for me. I'm in the past have been really a theme scrapbooker, and I'm trying to, well, I don't know what I'm trying to do. I guess I'm trying to get away from being so themey, or at least having the option of not being so themey. So definitely still want to use those football stickers, but it was kind of fun to make a football layout without any football stickers. Now, that being said, I did use the touchdown sticker, the 7 point sticker. I think the one that says scoreboard, I think that gets on there. So, but it doesn't have the footballs over the place. I certainly could have stuck a football in each of the heart layers or embellishment clusters, but I didn't give it a thought, and I don't miss them right now. So there goes down the touchdown sticker. I'm happy to get that on there and get that used. Uh, my title is touchdown. And I did use some of that green fiber to loop through the tag. I've over the years collected lots of fiber and not using it so fast, so that I was glad to get that on there. When I was looking at the sketch, those corners were I don't want to say confusing me. I just didn't know what to do with them. And looking at it closer, I think it is strips of paper that are torn at the ends. But I was thinking more of this washi tape instead of tearing. But here's the other thing: I didn't have room. Like I said, my pictures are bigger than the pictures on the sketch, so I didn't have room for those strips that are torn. So I think the washi tape was kind of a good thing to put down in place of that kind of texture, or that extra bit of interest. And I have a lot of washi tape, so I never feel bad about using some of it, because I like to use it before it dries up or isn't usable anymore. I also end up pulling some photo corners out. It was my brown collection, and it's something that's been in my stash forever, so I just wanted to pull them out and use them. And there they are, right there. I kind of laid them on the photo. I get the ticket down, and then this sticker says goal. There's the 7 points that's going somewhere. I haven't figured it out. Again, I kind of put the journaling spot. There wasn't a journaling spot there. I put a cluster there. There's not a cluster there. That's okay. In case I haven't said it for a while, a sketch is very much a jumping off place where it's inspiration for you. You can take whatever inspiration you like. I do a lot of overlapping on that bottom photo. You can still tell there are bottles of wine there, so I'm okay with that. And also, again, I was excited that we were at table number 1, so I wasn't. That was the most important thing on that photo there. I do get the photo corners down opposite each other on the right photo and opposite each other on the left photo. I will use this nice brown, kind of thought it looked football. It's kind of a plaid, but this is football color anyway. Washi tape. And then I will work on my hearts, and they're chipboard hearts. Well, not all chipboard hearts. You'll see like that very green sticker is a planner sticker. So um, I I make sure to get 3 hearts on each um, cluster, and then the planner sticker will get overlapped with a chipboard heart. So even though there's 4 of them, there's not like 4 separate ones, if that makes sense. One of them is overlapped with the other. I do use my liquid glue to get all the chipboard piece hearts glued down. And I think like that is the last little bit of my layout. I think there's enough going on here. I didn't feel like I needed to do splatters, which I often do. So no mixed media on this page, but I certainly like the way it turned out. I like all the colors and how they go together. And again, I like how it's not just like screaming football, but you can definitely tell it's football related. And until next time, may your memories always have a home on paper.